Here we are, Thursday morning, and we're a little behind on our accountability because we were going to do it last night, but again, things got a little busy, so we're just catching up the next day as we did yesterday. We caught up with Tuesday on Wednesday, and we're catching up with Wednesday on Thursday, but that's perfectly fine. That's what we do. 12:49, it's lunchtime, and poor Heather is under the weather. She sounds a little groggy. So first of all, marketing consultant Heather Belle, are you there, my lovely?
Yes, I'm here.
What's up? Are you not feeling very well?
I'll be fine. I refuse to be ill. I don't have time to be ill.
Do you want me to put my nurse's outfit, my short skirt nurse's outfit there and come and massage your feet for you? Make you
Could
feel
you do
better?
that?
You know what? Comes with the service. It comes in. I come with a smile on my face, a rose between my teeth.
Working in a doctor's office does have its privileges.
Yeah, you get access to the nurse's outfits, right? Oh,
no,
dear.
I don't mean that.
Oh, I know what you meant. You can get access to the drugs.
No, I just went to my doctor and I said, listen, I'm ill. I need a prescription if you want me to work for you the rest of the week.
I love it.
So he can't do without me, so he wrote me a prescription. Anyway.
Good deal. Well, as long as you're feeling a little bit better, that's good. I'm sorry you're not feeling well, but
yeah.
Okay. So how was yesterday? How did you get on yesterday?
Yesterday, I did. I did reach Pamela. I hadn't heard back from her, so I called her again. Mm-hmm. And it was funny because she said because she's got a droid that it didn't show my number when I called and left a message.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I called her back, and we made an appointment. Now she's the one we're going to do a 2-part. So yes. I made an appointment for the 14th, actually, because she's so busy with her business. 14th that evening, we're going to get together.
I love it.
So I haven't told her anything about what I'm doing.
Well, no, because you're getting, and that's entirely appropriate because the first meeting you have with her is to catch up. And you're doing that totally genuinely, And as we talked about on Sunday, when you get together, you'll just be sitting there and be, the friend that you are, but you'll be taking note of any pain. And that'll help with any invite, should an invite be appropriate. So good deal. Okay, excellent. So that's Pamela sorted out. Anything else?
Now, Jim, I called I don't have his personal number, so I called his work number, and I left him a message just quick, could you give me a call back? There's something I'd like to talk to you about. When I was thinking I should probably get his. I need your input on this. Should I try to make the appointment with him at his work, or do you think it would be okay to do an appointment with him and his wife at, their home? Okay.
Well, the purpose is to get him to look at the business. And my answer is whatever is going to get him to look at the business.
Okay.
Ideally, we like it, where he and she are together, so there's no, excuse, I need to speak to my spouse about it or whatever.
Right.
But that's a little old-fashioned. I get it and I understand it. And, if someone's going to buy a major deal, you should have both there. It just makes it better and easier for the salesperson. So whatever you think is going to be easier, if it's more likely you'll get an appointment with him at work than it is to get together with he and his wife, you'll know better.
I'm thinking with him is I'm going to ask him to do an appointment with him and his wife because we live in the same town, and if I do it that way, then I don't have to go to his office, which means I have to, leave work and take time because we have the same office hours.
Right, of course.
Okay, so that's what I'm shooting for with him.
Yes, and I think the thing is as well is that, again, the number 4, a part of the invite, the reason for, showing you what I'm doing is so that, I can let you know what I'm doing so you can refer me. Then the second half is hopefully he'll look at it and, give you his opinion, and maybe it'll be something that appeals to him. But if you're showing he and his wife, then even if it's not for him, it may be for her. And even if it's not for both of them, they both know what you're doing and both will be able to refer you. So that's the ideal scenario. But at the end of the day, whatever's the easiest scenario to get him to look at the business. The ideal is him and his wife, but the easiest is the one we go for. And if those two are the same, then awesome, which is what I think you're saying. So, that's what you should do.
Okay, well, that's what I'm going to shoot for then with him. I'm trying to think if I made any more appointments. I did get back with Krisha. Remember, there's Steve and Krisha. So now she came back. We were shooting for Thursday, Friday, or Sunday, and she came back with she wants to meet on the 22nd. And I know that's a couple weeks out, but I said, okay, that would be perfect. 7 p.m. good, and so I'm waiting on a 7 p.m. or a 7:30 or.
That's fine.
So
yeah, as long as it's in the calendar and it's perfect.
Yeah, I've got it on my calendar.
Okay, good deal. So, go ahead.
So basically, we need to. Okay. I didn't get a chance to with Lonnie. I have to go by his business. And I couldn't, what I'm going to try is either when I leave here tonight, stop by on the way, or tomorrow morning on my way in to go by his place of business to, and, I'm really looking at this, like when you say, to look at this as a job, that I'm trying to focus on that, treating it like a job, and it gives me more confidence and, when I'm presenting and just, what to say to people when I call them.
Right.
Like when you said the other day about don't say, is that okay with you?
No. And that, because, yeah, exactly. This is your business, and you're a business owner, and business owners posture. I posture all the time. I do it with my eyebrows raised and a smile on my face, but I mean it. And, you just got to mean it. That's all. And again, the posture and intentionality is not arrogance in any way. There are people that have really bad posture and try to overcome it with arrogance and just to come across as, douchebags. But other people you'll meet who are very kind and very gentle, but you can feel the urgency. You can have a lovely, elderly lady who is very gentle, but she says something and you better be there. It can be something that's very intentionality is just you really mean it. You mean it in your heart, and it's the language you use, and I think you'll be fantastic at it. So,
I get that. I get that with my patients too. Like certain patients, they'll, it's like, okay, they need this and they need it now, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Then I'm trying my best to accommodate them.
Yeah, absolutely. But there's also, again, it's a nuance. Nuance, my favorite word for 2018. Remember, sometimes it's demanding, and that is not necessarily a positive thing. But you're not talking about this. We're talking about you're offering something that may or may not be for someone, but you're going to be intentional about getting together. And it's just a head held high. I own my own company that has the potential to make millions. And, so I can talk to someone as if I own $1 million company. And gosh darn it, you will, and you'll do it great. But you can still do it with kindness,
Yeah.
So, absolutely. Good. Well, I'm glad that's, go ahead.
Well, I've got, do we want to go over the next two people?
Yeah, absolutely. Who do you want to do an invite for?
Okay. I've got David's name here. So David is he used to work for AT&T. I'm not sure what he did there, but he does not work now. I work with his wife. She's a pharmacy tech.
Is he retired?
No, he's not retired. He's too young.
So when you say he doesn't work anymore, do you mean he's out of a job?
Correct.
Okay.
So he's out of a job, but I don't think he's looking for a job. And, I'm not sure what their financial situation is, but I've heard his wife complain that, he needs to, get some money coming in because she's a pharmacy tech and, I'm not, unless they've got won the lottery or something, but they've got a new grandchild in their life, and they're just young. They're actually younger than me. I work with his wife, but she's at the other office, so I don't see her very often. I know her quite well. I know, and they've gone to a football game with my husband and I. So anyway, I want to call him, and I do have his phone number, so I want to call him and just so help me with that.
All right, I understand. I got a question. So you know them both. He's not the type of husband that's just really ideally wants to sit at home in front of the TV while his wife works.
No, I mean, I know he works out. I don't think I wouldn't call him lazy. I just think maybe he hasn't found something that, is for him. And, I mean, he's a very, presents himself well.
Great.
And I just think he would be, if this is something that interests him, I think he would be great at this.
Okay. All right. So they have pain, again, we don't wish that upon anybody, but we at least have something, again, for those who are listening on the call, I always have that thing imprinted on my my mirror in front of where I shave, or it says, if I hear pain, I will offer help, period.
I wrote that down too.
Good. It's because it's a fantastic mantra, because sometimes if you're having a couple of days and you haven't done anything in your ambit business and you're just not feeling, you think, oh, I'm just not feeling like it. If you make yourself that promise, it's kind of like the book, the 5-second rule, where, sometimes you just, when you don't want to do something, you just count to 5 and just do it without thinking about it, because the whole thought process is, is that voice inside your head talking you out of something.
Right.
And this is kind of a similar type of thing, where if you hear pain, I want a knee-jerk reaction, I'm going to offer help, period. I'm not going to think about it. I'm going to offer help. So that's a great mantra to have. It's a great thing to have, great thing to always have with you. And it just, it makes you, because we all have, a few days will go by and something hasn't, you haven't really been pushing your business. That'll force you back into action, and action takes you out of doubt. Doubt takes you out of action, to quote national consultant Brian McClure. And so, I'm a great believer in, if I hear pain, I will take action. If I hear pain, I will offer help. So that being said, the invite I would do for David is, hey, David, it's Heather here. I'm in a little bit of a hurry. Do you have a couple of minutes? Mm-hmm. So that's our first, the hurry. The second is your why. David, that Donnie and I are, in our 50s and we're approaching retirement. So we want to make sure that we have our retirement fully paid up. And so we've started a business project that's doing exactly that, very excited about it. And by the time, I'll probably be able to quit work within a year or two, but for sure, this is going to fill up our retirement. It's exciting, right? Let's make it exciting.
I love it every time you say that, quit work in a year or two.
Yeah, but it's the truth. It's the truth. Remember on the call on Sunday, on the call on Sunday, I said, if you do discipline, the purge call that we do, if we, the 2 calls a day, 1 accountability call a day, pure formula, pure math, not guesswork, not maybe, pure formula. If you do it and you follow the ambit system with a 3-way call, you will be an EC in 18 months. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that means you can quit your job if you want to. So that's a great why, and that's a great so we've now talked about starting a new business project that I'm really excited about, that it's absolutely going to fill up our retirement funds that we need, and I'm probably going to be able to quit my job within a year to 2 years, which is awesome. But here's the reason why I'm calling you, David. A couple of reasons. First one, I just want you to know what I'm doing. I'm excited about this business, but we need customers and we need referrals. So if you're able to, know what I'm doing so you confirm me, that would be great. But secondly, I know at the moment you're not working, and this may be an option for you. I'm sure at the moment your options are open. I don't know if it'll be your cup of tea or not, and that's perfectly fine. But why don't we get together, have a cup of coffee? I'll show you what I'm doing and see if it makes sense for something for you to do, which can bridge the gap between now and your next job, or you can work alongside, your job as and when you get one. I'm going to be available around 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon at the Starbucks around the corner from you. Let's get together. I'll show you what I'm doing and see if it makes sense. Man, that's a good invite.
Yeah, cool.
Even if I say so myself. That's arrogance, by the way. We were talking about the difference between posture and arrogance.
Yeah.
Right there, that's arrogance.
Well, sometimes you're allowed,
I'm allowed. No, I'm only joking, of course. But yeah, so that's how I would invite David. And again, listen to the recording so you can get that. But I'm sure you've got the notes down there.
Yeah, I'm writing, and and I can write shorthand. What's my shorthand?
Okay, great.
So
Gotcha.
okay, and then the next is Brandon,
and
Brandon is he's a nurse, and I know his wife better. His wife used to work with me, and it was funny. She just sent me a text this morning about something, and so I said, "Hey, you're going to be home tonight? I want to give you a call." So, but I don't have Brandon's number, so I've got his wife's number.
Why are you calling him and not his wife then?
I don't have his number.
But why are you calling him and not his wife?
No, why am I calling her and not him?
Sorry, no. I thought you were going to call Brandon, but you know his wife better. What I'm asking is, why are you calling Brandon and not his wife?
No, I do want to call him, but that's the only way for me to reach him is to call her and I guess maybe get him at home.
I'm not making myself clear here. Why are you calling Brandon to have him look at the business and you're not calling his wife to have her look at the business?
Well, I'd like to have them look at it together.
But why are you aiming at Brandon when you know his wife better? That's what I'm asking. I'm not challenging it.
Because I don't think it's something for her that if I just presented it to her.
Yeah.
I just can't. I mean, okay, I know you say don't ever assume.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's fine. No, that's fine. I just wanted to know your answer. Ideally, they'll both look.
Yeah. I mean, I think the only way to get to him is to the two of them at the same time, because I don't think I should ask her for his number, his personal number.
I see.
Is that? I mean,
it's kind of a strange one because Brandon's working, right?
Yeah, he works. He's very. When I met him, well, I've known them since before they got married. Now they're in their early 40s, have two small children, and he went back to. I forget what he was doing, but he put himself through nursing school, and now he's like a regional manager or something for a dialysis center. So he's a real go-getter, and when I'm going through my list of people, and I thought of him, and I thought, this would be something that he would be great at it, whether he's interested or not. But I don't have his number, so and they are quite away.
Okay.
They're like an hour's drive from me, so.
I think this is kind of awkward. Not bad, just slightly awkward, because you know them both, all right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking you need to invite them both. Now, you probably are saying, I am going to invite them both anyway. But I think if you ask her, and this is again very subtle, and I might be wrong. I'm quite happy to be wrong. If you ask her for his number, that's awkward, and you've already established that. I agree.
Yeah, and I think it's rude too. Yeah.
Right. So then, how do you invite him through her without asking her?
Mm-hmm.
So why not ask her in the first place and have him come along? Is my point.
Yeah.
You're going to go out there anyway, right?
Well,
an hour away, or not.
Well, I'm not sure how I'm going to do it.
Are they both working near you?
No, they're both. We work like it's an hour drive to their home. They work weird shifts, so first off, it's going to be difficult to get the two of them together. If I have to, yes, I'll drive the hour and go to their house on a Sunday afternoon or something.
Right.
So,
yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: I think because of the relationship, because obviously Brandon's a man, you're a woman. It introduces not a problem, but just a dynamic that needs to be considered. So I'm thinking I would want them to take a look at your business because, and this is why number 4 in the appointment deal or in the invitation is so important, because you want to show them what you're doing because you want them to be able to refer you. All right, and so both of them would be happy to do that because you've known them both as friends. But also it may be something that one or both of you may be interested in doing too. So that's where I would go with number 4. So I don't know
what
how
is
you're going to.
Number 4?
Number 4 is the purpose of the call, a purpose of why you're calling.
Okay.
So my invite would be probably to her. What's her name?
Daedra.
Daedra.
Daedra, D-A-Y-D-R-A, Daedra.
Gotcha. So I'd say, hey, Daedra, this is Heather here. How you doing? I'm in a little bit of a hurry right now, but have you got a couple of minutes? And then I would say, the usual thing, hey, Donnie and I are getting a little older. We're on kind of, retirement's on the horizon, and we want to make sure that, we have our retirement full. And on a nurse's salary or on a medical salary, we're not necessarily going to do that. So I've started a new business project with Donnie. So now you're talking you and your husband, right? And so the invitation is now for her and her husband. Okay. So there's a dynamic there, which is interesting. So we started a new business project that we're really excited about. It's going to get our retirement absolutely paid up and fully paid up. But more important than that, I'm probably going to be able to quit my job within a year or two. That's probably going to appeal to her.
That always, I need to start.
Yeah, that's always attractive, right? So, but here's the reason why I'm calling you guys is that I want to I want to show you and Brandon what I'm doing. A couple of reasons. Firstly, I just want you to know what I'm doing, so because I need referrals, and lots of people. And then maybe, if you see what I'm doing, you may be able to refer me when it's appropriate. But secondly, you've got a couple of young kids yourself, I know, and I know you both work very hard. This may be something that would appeal to you too. I don't know if it's going to be your cup of tea. Now, you can hear my posture in there. I'm really kind of gentle. I just want you to take a look. I don't know if it's going to be your cup of tea, and that's perfectly fine. My friendship with you is more important than some business. But why don't we get together? I'll come up to your home and show you what I'm doing and see if it makes sense. See if it makes sense for you guys. I'm going to be out of church by such and such a time on Sunday. Take me no time to get up there and show you what I'm doing.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad I asked you about that because I didn't know.
No, I know. I get it.
Approach
it's an
that
interesting
one.
Dynamic. It's a weird dynamic. It's subtle. But it is weird because you want to invite him, but you're friends with her. There's the male-female thing. It's just a little weird. So we need to unweird it. And when we do that by inviting them both. Yeah,
okay. That's I'm just, that's it. Because that's what I need to do is I need to make an appointment and drive out there and, and visit and show it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'd be great to catch up. You're good friends. Et cetera, et cetera. So I'll give you the code for the recording for this call if you need to go back and have a listen to that again. Once we hang up, I get a code, so I'll text it straight away.
Okay, so to listen to all of those, is it going to be the same code if I call in and then the regular number that I just did today and then push that code? It'll give me...
No, it's going to be a link. I'm just going to send you a link, and it'll take you to a recording in your text. And
so
I'll send
each
you
recording is a different link?
Yes, it is. It's not the telephone numbers we call in on. It's not that. That's something different. But I'll get those all for you in a second.
Okay.
All right. Anything else we need to do?
Okay. Can I? Today's Thursday. Can I call you tomorrow evening, and just so I can get some of this work done tonight? Yes, absolutely. Because I'm going to be in the business presentation tonight too, so it's going to be a little tough for both of us. That's perfectly fine. Yeah, absolutely. You'll be there late. Again, the accountability call is there. As long as we do it, that's all that matters. But good stuff. This okay. I can see
here's the thing I'm seeing, Heather. I'm seeing really good progress in you this week.
Oh, well, thank you. That's awesome.
Yeah. It's really interesting to hear.
It's helping. I mean, I was scared to death to do it, but I just said, you know what? Just take that elastic band and slap yourself with it. Somebody who told me that. It was somebody that was at a meeting, not this week, but last week, the 5 seconds of, put it on your wrist and then just smack yourself with it really hard.
Yeah, and just do it. Now, I agree. I agree 100%. But the way you're talking, your language and your posture has changed just in a few days.
Okay,
so
awesome.
This is why these calls, yeah, absolutely. So that's why these calls are so important. Again, I'm not teaching anything new. It's the AMBIT system. It's just, how you actually do it, on a day-by-day.
Just bringing out what I already know, huh?
But that's the truth. You do already know it. All I'm doing is making sure you do it in your work week, because that's the reason why people fail. Yeah, exactly. It's only because people don't do it that they fail.
That's true.
It's not because they can't do it.
They just don't.
They just don't. Remember, my mantra I always talk about in the call, this is a really simple business to do right. It's a really simple business to do wrong, but it's the simplest not to do at all. And that's the problem. And that's why I put in this structure so that people do it.
I met your very first victim the other night.
Who was my very first victim?
Belle.
She wasn't my very first, but she was very close to the beginning. I love Belle. Oh, my God,
she was at our meeting on Tuesday night. I met her and her husband were there.
Yes. Did you tell her you're the purge victim?
I did.
Hopefully she had something positive to say about it, because I know she had a great week when she was doing it.
Oh, yeah. She said it was great. She did.
Yeah. Great.
So,
awesome.
Okay. Well, thank you,
lovely.
Richard.
Well, have us anytime. Have a super day, and we're going to talk tomorrow, right?
Okay. Yeah, I'll text you tomorrow evening.
That's perfect. All right, sweetheart.
Okay.
I'll speak to you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
No problem.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.